Hello, popcorn junkies. This is a curious one. I realise I haven't had a chance to ask you about your feelings about Dune 2.
Yeah. I absolutely loved it.
Did you? You and Paddy fell went to see it.
Did
you like it as much as the first?
Well, I felt that they were very different because the first one was very much like a slow...
Yeah, sort of scene setter, world setter.
Whereas this one was more, had more stuff going on in it.
Yeah.
My only problem with the second one, like for me personally, was Zendaya's character's storyline, because I was just annoyed by her.
Do you think we've hit peak Zendaya? You just don't think it was a particularly interesting role?
Yeah, I just felt like she wasn't given much to do. She kind of stayed the same throughout. She just kind of looked pissed off getting to the end. And obviously she was a lot of the second film, so I had a problem with that bit. But I enjoy both films so much, and they're both so beautiful to look at.
They really are, aren't they? They're so
I
immersive.
thought Timothy was brilliant in the...
I thought he was sensational. I think he's really established himself as a sort of Luke Skywalker-esque, but in a sort of more sophisticated universe. Sci-fi superhero, sci-fi hero, if you know what I mean.
And I love the world and the...
Yes, I agree. Well, Frank Herbert's world, of course, Dune Messiah is going to be the third film. That's what they're talking about being the next film after Dune 2. Dune 2 was a huge success at the box office. But there's been something at Max in development called Dune Prophecy. And this is a series based still on Frank Herbert's books, the author. But this is set 10,000 years before Dune.
Oh, shit.
So we're already getting into origin story stuff here. But this is about the Bene Gesserit.
Yes.
The Bene Gesserit being the wonderful Charlotte Rampling character who gets Timothy to put his hand in that box.
Yeah. They're really cool, that
whole thing. Yeah, and then Rebecca Ferguson. And it's a sisterhood. And I think it's quite remarkable. This, for me, has the sort of potential to be a sort of feminist sisterhood sci-fi type exploration of Handmaid's Tale type thing. Do you know what I mean? I think it could be rich. It could be quite rich.
Yeah.
With a strongly female skew about the sisterhood. So this is a new series that's going to be landing on Max, and they've just dropped the teaser. So it's quite a big deal. After yesterday they dropped House of the Dragon. Today they've dropped the official teaser to Dune Prophecy. So should we check it out? See what we think. There's always the worry when you go to the small screen, then it's never going to be quite as... You've got to maintain that cinematic epic reach.
10,000 years before the birth of Paul Atreides, before the universe would know us as the Bene Gesserit, we founded a sisterhood. Assigned to the great houses to help them sift truth from lies. We created a network of influence throughout the Imperium. But power comes with a price.
Marky boy.
A sister on the throne. Nothing is more important.
Ooh.
And this is the marriage that makes it possible.
Ooh.
This is us playing God, and we will be judged for it. Value hearkening. Sisterhood above all.
That looks fun, doesn't it?
You don't want to mess with the women in the Bene Gesserit.
Certainly do not.
Bene Gesserit.
That looks cool. My only
looks
worry is that they're jumping quite quickly into doing like an origin story series.
Yeah.
Like if the final film's not even out yet.
I know what you mean, and also it's that terrible feeling that these kind of streamers and studios, they kind of trawler dredge the entire franchise area, don't they? Make everything, spin it off into so many things, and then it just becomes weaker and weaker and more diluted. Emily Watson looks like she's going to anchor it.
No, it looks good. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing about that trailer that would make me be like, well, no, shit. My only worry is that what tends to happen with as soon as these like origins or just any series from good movies that come out on HBO Max tend to
be a diluted version.
It tends to go a bit downhill.
It tends to dilute.
And I have said from the start of June that it has the potential to be like a big epic, you know, franchise. I just hope that they don't
I know what you
drag
mean.
it out and.
Seems odd timing, doesn't it? Sort of this. They should like finish the 3 films.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and then make
before
it.
you give new material. Like,
Yeah. You don't want to get on the wrong side of those women, do you? No.